This toolbox video, I will be going over body paragraph structure. Whenever you're writing a paragraph, there's one thing you really need to remember, and that is to always make your writing clear. But what does that mean? Well, start with a claim, something that your paragraph is trying to prove or support. Support that claim with evidence. Analyze that evidence. Say something important. Go a little deeper. Give us your interpretation. And finally, relate everything back to your claim, your thesis, your purpose, or your prompt. Make your writing clear. So let's break that down. Well, the first thing you do is start with a claim. And here are a few examples. I'm curious, what's the first thing that jumps out to you? Hopefully you thought the different colours. In these sentences, there's the use of black and purple text. Why is that? You need to answer not only what, but how or why, and I'll go through that in a moment. But some rules with your claim. It needs to be your first sentence. This helps the reader navigate your essay quickly, as they're able to skim it and understand what each body paragraph is about. Answer not only what, but also how or why. This is what makes a claim strong. It focuses your writing as well and makes everything a lot easier for you. Everything that follows should support and match that claim. If it doesn't, cut it out. Your analysed evidence needs to prove your claim. Now, when answering why or how in a thesis statement or topic sentence, in a claim, there are a bunch of phrases and words you can use to help you. If you're looking to answer why, you can use words like due to, because of, as a result, a reason for, in order to. If you're looking to answer how, you can use words like through, by, the use of X, and to. So let's go back through some of these. Well, the first one, Ebenezer Scrooge is immediately characterized as stingy and unloving. Well, that tells me what, but how is that the case? They finish by saying, by using similes to describe him. That is the how. The second claim says, from the very beginning of Lord of the Flies, William Golding depicts the island not as a paradise, but as deadly, through imagery and foreshadowing. Again, the first half tells me what. He depicts the island as deadly. And then the how is through imagery and foreshadowing. The next claim, in The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald depicts extreme wealth and excess through the use of imagery describing Gatsby's party. After that, they've switched this claim up a little bit. They have the how first by describing the Radley place and the mysterious man who lives there in a mysterious and ghostly manner. Scout Finch is characterized as immature and naive. Finally, in The Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck portrays poverty and its effects in the physical description of migrant workers. All of these claims answer what and how or why. The next thing you need to do, in clear, is support your claim with evidence. Now there's 2 YouTube videos you can watch, and they're on the website as well to help you with this, but I'll quickly go over the rules. Provide context. This is what's in blue. Imagine the reader of your work has never read the text to which you're referring, nor studied its history. Use only the words and phrases you need. Your interpretation is being read. Your words, not the author's. Less is more when it comes to the choice and selected words you use and quote. Select evidence which answers the question or supports your claim. Make notes of the best bits, the things you can write a lot about. Insert the author's words into your description of the scene. This is what it means to embed. Remember to answer who, when, where, why, and to whom when writing context and describing the scene, and put the author's quotes into that. And remember to quote and cite. Whether you paraphrase or directly quote, don't forget in-text citations and the bibliography. Moving on to analyse. The A, when writing clearly. There's another video on YouTube you can watch, but I'll quickly go over some things. Analysis has 3 levels or tiers. Level 1 is to identify language, whether it be figurative language or lexical choice, literary devices, and then describe the effect of them, what they make the reader think or feel. This can be quite difficult sometimes, so really try to pick evidence where you can do this. Look for those quotes where the author has used interesting lexical choice. Look for quotes where they have figurative language. Moving up a level to level 2, you need to apply what you said in level 1 to the whole. If you found some figurative language or lexical choice to describe the character or the setting, for instance, well, what does that reveal about the whole story? What does that tell you about the character as a whole, the setting, the tone, or the plot? Finally, move up to level 3. Make connections. How does what you found in level 1 and 2 develop a theme? What is that theme? What is that message? What does the author want to tell you? Also, what connections can you make to real-life events, historical and present, or the author's life perhaps, or other texts? The words and phrases in green are also there to help you, so you don't always say, "this shows." Try to mix it up a little bit. Finally, the R in clear is to relate your claim, relate everything back to your claim, your purpose, your thesis, or your prompt. You had a question to answer or a claim to prove. Remind people of it. Remind people that you've answered it. Restate it. Use transition words to do this. All in all, overall, in sum, in brief, in short, in conclusion, in essence. To summarize, on the whole. And always think of your reader. Similar to your first sentence, your claim. You want your final sentence to be a way that the reader can navigate your essay and skim quickly. So here's an example. Now this student has a claim where they answer the what and also the how or the why. In this, the antagonist creates a war mask, that's the what. Why? To highlight his descent into savagery and foreshadow violence. The student has then embedded evidence. They have context in blue. They've described the scene so that we know what's happening even if we've never read the story. And they've put the author's words in there, only what they need. They've then analysed using tiers 1, 2 and 3, and they finished the paragraph with that relate sentence and link everything back to the claim. They restate the claim and remind us that they've answered it. But you can use 2 pieces of analysed evidence if you wish. You need to think in terms of, have I proven my claim? Not, have I written enough words? If your claim has been answered and supported, and you've proven it beyond belief, then you've written enough. Don't worry about word count. Similarly, with this case, the student has a claim which answers the what and the how. They've embedded their evidence. They've put the author's words into their own description, answering who, what, when, where, why. And then they've analysed level 1, 2 and 3. They've done the same thing again, where they've given context, they've embedded the evidence, they've embedded the quotes, and analysed again. Finally, the closing sentence has been related back. They've related everything in the paragraph back to the claim and proven without a shadow of a doubt that they've answered it. Now, you can even have a paragraph with 3 pieces of analysed evidence. However, this is the maximum. Do not go beyond this. If you need 4 to support a claim, split the paragraph into 2 paragraphs. If you have really long paragraphs that extend a page, it can be really messy for the readers. So we do want to keep things simple and easy for our readers. But looking at this, the student has started the claim by answering how and then what. They've embedded their evidence, they've given context. They've analysed level 1, 2, 3, talked about the effects of lexical choice, linked it to the story as a whole, made connections to outside of the story. They've done this 3 times, and then they finish with that final sentence which relates everything back and reminds us that they've answered it. A little checklist for you. Do you have a clear claim as your first sentence which explains the what and the how or the why? Have you selectively chosen and embedded interesting evidence which supports your claim? Have you analysed tiers 1, 2 and 3 of that evidence? And do you relate everything back to your claim or your question or thesis statement? Thank you for watching.